What's up, Crabapple?
What's up, dog meat mama?
Dog meat mama. Come on. Come on.
Not to eat, but you like that dog meat.
Oh, like his ham leg?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will take a dog leg. I just want to grip on his big, fat, chunky leg.
Do you ever pretend that do you ever tell him you're gonna eat it?
Not about his legs, but like about his feet.
Yeah.
Like, oh, eat this foot.
Yeah. I used to do that to all my cats would get, look at this ham hock. I'm gonna eat this ham hock.
Or I'll say, this foot's my favorite foot. And then I'll go, no, they're all my favorite. No, they're all my favorite.
I like when I would hold my cat's leg and do that and they would start to kick. And there's that moment where you're like, oh, you hates it. You hates that.
No, I know. But they love it.
But they love it.
He's so chill right now. He was playing outside for several hours, but he's getting used to the
Temperature
springtime.
change, yeah.
Yeah, finally. We had snow not that long ago, like twice.
And I've got flowers coming up.
I have the tiny, not anything I planted, but I have like crocuses and little purple things.
Oh, I love the little purple things.
Yeah, I have those. I keep meaning every year to plant like bulbs, like tulips and daffodils and shit, and I never do it.
When are the next 50 pounds of
Ugh.
black wood chips coming?
Never. I don't fucking know. Every year since I ripped out my front yard, it's just so much work. And I thought it would be less work, and it's more work. And it's getting listen, I see these pictures online where they're like, oh, have a natural front yard. And then they'll say, this was 2022 and this is 2023. And the growth is just insane. I'm like, why does mine not look any different? I'm on year 3. It looks like dirt.
Because everything online is a lie.
You nailed it. Nailed it. It's making me feel inadequate about my efforts on my front yard.
So this brings up a good point of topic for me. I wanted to talk about this just a little bit because I got to get it out of my head. My YouTube algorithm, I've complained about it for 4 years.
Yeah, even though you are 100% responsible for what it's showing you.
Somehow or another.
That's how algorithms work.
I don't know how, like, if I'm listening to science fiction audiobooks, like when it finishes, it then shows me like Joe Rogan podcast. Like, I don't know how that happens.
I don't know how it doesn't show it to me.
But the thing that is really wild to me is that, you know how obviously like the paranormal community, like all these communities have their like weird niches, and like nobody outside the paranormal community knows who I am or knows who Amy Bruni is or like it's outside that field.
Yeah, it's very tiny.
Yeah. And the same thing with like, even though it's bigger, like sports, like you've got guys who are like talking about like college sports and you're like, how do you know all that much?
Yeah,
There's
idea.
Just weird communities that you do not know anything about.
Mm-hmm.
And YouTube has been feeding me these like streamer YouTube shows where people stream on YouTube for like 4 to 6 hours a day. And they talk about politics and social issues and stuff, but they're all pretty much white dudes.
Yeah, who are getting paid by other countries.
Yep, getting paid by other countries or by richer other podcasters.
Yeah.
But the thing that's wild to me is like some of their content is all their content is arguing with each other, and they're people I don't know. You know what I mean? Like they'll be like, oh, well, Jacob Wallahitz is coming after me because of what I said on episode 6 of my podcast. And that's when Bobby and Jack came over from there. And I'm like, who are these fucking people? They're creating hours and hours worth of content. And then I look at their YouTube channels and they have millions of followers.
Yeah, that's why we're all in trouble.
It's fucking
because people
wild.
Listen to these people, and these people don't know anything.
No, that's what's amazing to me. It's wild, crazy.
And I bet that's all orchestrated. They're like, I'll fight with you on your channel, you fight with me on my channel, we'll get more engagement, and none of anything that they're saying is right, and everything is broken, and all information is wrong and bad.
Yes, and I feel like the reason I brought this up is because it feeds into a community that you understand.
Oh God.
Because I feel like it all traces back to like Joe Rogan, Brendan Schaub, Fighter and the Kid,
fucking Theo Vaughn,
Worse. Like all these fucking bro dudes who aren't funny. They're not fucking smart.
No.
And they
all call themselves centrists, and they're not fucking centrists.
It's wild to me. And they have millions of views, and they make hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars.
We've literally said it before, and we'll say it until the end of time, that dumb people never had a community before, and now they have it, and they need people to validate them in their bad information and bad opinions, so they feel like they're part of something, and they're all stupid and becoming stupider, and all of us smart people are in a hell with no ending.
Yes, period. That's what I want. That's what I wanted to get out.
Quote unquote, Jessica and Epic. It's really bad. But at least it's hitting like art now, though. Like that show that people can't stop talking about on Netflix, that adolescence show. It's like a 4-part mini limited series, and it's each episode is filmed in one shot, and it's very beautiful. But it's about incel culture and the problem of, you know, not raising your son right and letting them exist in this echo chamber of bad information online. It's all about that. And it's like one of the most watched shows ever on Netflix. So maybe they'll start to be like an uprising against all this bad information. But
So I'll tell you, this also leads into, I wanted to bring that up because this leads into this. About a week ago, I was at Gus's.
oh God.
And I was sitting way at the back. There weren't very many people in there, but there were like 4 dude bros that were at the front corner by the front door, and they were super hammered, and I just wanted to be away from them. So I was sitting way at the back of the bar, and I heard them start yelling at Miss Sue. So I just went and had a cigarette. I went outside, and when I walked back in, they weren't yelling at Miss Sue anymore, but like one guy had his head down, and he was like consoling himself, and his dude bros were like trying to console him. He literally said, as I walked by him, I heard him say to his boys, "I just don't know how to pick up chicks, dude."
Oh.
And I walked to the back of the bar laughing, and I was like, that couldn't
They
have
tried
been...
to pick up Miss Sue.
I don't know what was happening, because then he started screaming at Miss Sue again, and he was like, "You don't fucking like me. You don't even know who I am. You hate me because I have a big nose. You hate me because I'm Arabic. You're racist."
Oh,
like
no.
just fully screaming at her. And Eric, the door guy, is sitting right next to them, but he has his AirPods in, and he's on his phone and has no idea it's going on.
Oh no. Listen, wait, if there's one thing about Gus's, it's that Gus's fucking accepts everyone. It is a melting pot. It is for everyone. That's why we like it. So and everybody there is, and the other thing is, everyone is very honest, and they will be very nice to you until you are not nice to them. So obviously that guy fucked up.
Yeah. So I was sitting at the back of the bar, so I texted Eric at the front door.
You're like, "Hello, can you do your job?"
And I literally just texted him, "Can you kick these dudes out?" And then I watched him see my message come, put his phone down. Yeah. He took his earbuds out, immediately realized what was happening, because the guy was standing up, leaning over the bar, screaming at her.
What a psycho.
And eventually Eric kicked him out. But like Miss Sue was like, "Was I doing anything wrong?" I'm like, "No, he was just drunk. Like he was just fucking wasted."
Why doesn't Miss Sue have like a baseball bat behind the bar? I would have a steel, like a aluminum baseball bat, and I would plunk it down on the fucking bar, and I'd be like, "Do you want to escalate this, or do you want to fucking leave?"
And then there were some other people in the bar, and they were like, "Well, at least the guys he was with like weren't egging him on." I'm like, "Yeah, but they weren't fucking pulling him out either."
Yeah.
Like if you're there with friends and your friends know you're drunk and your friends are watching you start shit and your friends aren't doing anything to get you out of trouble,
then you all suck.
Then you all fucking suck, and you all gotta go.
Yep, get the fuck out.
And I figured they all watched those Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn shows. I generalized.
It's fine.
They were like, Brian Callen's the funniest guy in the world.
No. God, stupid. Well, this barely has to do with what you're talking about, but it does a tiny bit, because guess what? I went to the post office yesterday, and guess what?
What?
The parking meters are gone.
What?
I swear.
What?
I was so excited to tell you.
How did that happen?
I got out with my little fucking depressing change in my hand, and I turn around and there's no meters, and I fucking lost my shit, and I went in and I got our PO box stuff, and I asked the ladies at the counter, and I'm like, "Are the meters gone for good?" And she's like, "We like to hope so, but I'm not sure." She's like, "They might be coming back, but we don't know yet." And she's like, "But we'll take the break." And I'm like, "Yeah, we will."
Wow.
I know.
That's like one good thing.
I know. And she goes, "You know Royal Oak and their money?" I go, "Yes, I sure do."
Holy shit.
I know. They better leave them out. I go, I will say to them too, I'm like, it's inappropriate. It's like having parking meters at a hospital or a courthouse. Like, those are public services. There shouldn't be fucking parking meters here. Anyway, half the point of bringing this up was that I wanted to thank you guys for sending such nice stuff in the P.O. box again. We got some cute stuff yesterday, and
always cute stuff.
Always cute stuff. Shout out to Terry Doyle, Richard F., Nick. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. I still have Rona brain fog, so I can't think of everything, but yeah, thank you guys so much.
And I forgot to shout out Evan and Lauren for hanging out when they were in town.
Oh, cute. We love Evan and Lauren.
Yep.
This doesn't have anything to do with anything, but listen, this is so stupid that I'm even bringing this up, but I had this IKEA lamp that was originally like fucking $6. I
Hmm.
bought it, not even kidding, probably 20 years ago. It's a very tiny desk lamp. It's a halogen desk lamp. It's my favorite stupid little thing. And listen, I use it for everything. I use it for all my photos, all my videos. Anytime I'm on a Zoom, I have this lamp in my face because it is the most flattering, perfect light. I'm obsessed with it. And I fucking dropped it and broke it. The whole base, it's like plastic. The whole base was like shattered. So listen, I went on eBay yesterday and I bought a new one. And I'm like, I don't care. I could dick around and buy other lamps that I don't like. I'm just gonna get the one that I like. So it like made me think like, is there anything that you have? Because I feel like this is the other observation that I've made recently that leads into this question was clothing when we were growing up was so much different. It felt so much better. It was all lined. It was all nice. It all washed good. All of our appliances were better. Every car was better. Everything was better. And there's people who are growing up now who don't know what quality fucking items feel like, look like,
Yeah.
act like.
Yeah.
I find that super depressing, but I was wondering if there's any items that you have that where you're like, I've bought it repeatedly, or if it dies, I need to buy another one because it's like quality and it works for me and I love it.
Well, that's interesting. I have a desk lamp upstairs in my office that I have two more of in the garage.
So those like clampy ones?
It's not a clampy one. It's just like an overhang one. It's like a scissor armed one. It's from the 1950s or 60s. So you can like pull it out over and look at stuff and then
Oh
move
yeah,
it back.
yeah, yeah.
And I had one. I probably got it when I was 20. And then I got afraid that I would, if I broke it, I would never have another one. And then over the past like 30 years, whenever I've seen them at garage sales, so there's two more in the garage in case that one upstairs still has never broken because it was fucking made right.
Yeah, right. And all the ones now, you charge with a USB cord and they die in 2 days. You
Yes.
can't even get one that plugs in anymore. But that's the thing too, is the one that I broke the base, but it still works. The light still works and I can still use it.
Yeah.
So, but I needed a new one that wasn't broken, but I'm obsessed with it. And halogen is like the most flattering light, and all light now looks like shit. And it's weird that we changed everything, but I was thinking too, like, I was thinking maybe stuff that you had around your house, like a toaster or a fucking like waffle iron or
I
like
have a blender that's from the 1970s
Yeah.
that just destroys everything. Like it's a blender.
Yeah, I feel like old like Tupperware was better. Everything was just better.
The thing that broke my heart the most, because way back, I used to work with my friend Mark repairing antique furniture, and everything that we repaired was built of solid wood, not with a veneer, like just solid oak.
Yeah.
And
it's heavy.
Yep. And the thing that broke my heart the most was a few years ago when we had those giant Detroit floods.
Oh, yeah.
I was driving around and I was looking at the furniture people were putting out on the streets because it had been in their basements or it got water damaged. And I saw a ton of solid wood tables and chairs, and it was all going in the garbage. And I was like, I know that it got soaked in perhaps sewage, but like it can be cleaned. It can be saved. It's just wood. Like wood naturally gets moldy. Wood naturally like is out to tree. It's out in the woods where it gets rained on and peed on by animals.
Yeah.
But everybody just chucked it, and I was like, that stuff is never coming back.
No, that's how I get so bummed out about people on TikTok and shit now refinishing old like beautiful wood furniture, like painting, not refinishing.
Right.
Because it's like you ruined it. It's literally ruined unless somebody feels like taking the effort to strip it, but it's like ruined now.
Yeah.
And they're not making more, like you can't go back in time and make more of this like super substantial, beautiful furniture. Like,
yeah, I have a rocking chair in my living room from when I worked with Mark restoring furniture. And the chair is my favorite rocking chair. It's super comfy. It's perfect height, perfect level, all solid quarter sawn oak, perfect. The chair was originally manufactured in 1890.
Dang.
And it's fine.
Yeah. That's why everything in my house is old. Literally everything. I have nothing new in this house. And it's going to last me my whole fucking life.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to order the stupid lamp. And what's funny too is the lamp that I'm obsessed with, other people are obsessed with. So they're all really fucking expensive. But I happened to find one because I'm an eBay sniper. So I got one with shipping, it was like $23. We have to find joy in the small things right now. It's all we have.
I think that they stopped halogen because I don't think it's recyclable.
Yeah, no, and you can't change it. Once the halogen bulb in your lamp dies, it's dead forever. But listen, like I said, the first one, I've had it for not even kidding 20 years. So I trust that this other one that I bought, which looks in better, like less used than mine,
Yeah.
will just last me forever. But
When I moved into my house, there's a street light attached to my garage as like my light for my
that's
garage,
like my favorite thing in your whole house.
and it's a giant halogen lamp.
Is that why? That's why I like it, because that light is so flattering.
Yeah, it's a giant halogen lamp.
It is.
And I asked my dad once, when I moved in, I mean, I've been here 15 years. And I asked my dad, I was like, when am I going to have to replace that bulb? And he's like,
Never.
you'll never replace that bulb.
No. Why did we take such shortcuts?
My garage caught on fire.
Yeah, and the light is fine.
The light is fine.
And it looks cool. It looks different.
Yeah.
Like the light of it, like you can tell it's different. Like when you're driving around, it just looks better. Is that what streetlights used to be?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit looked better. That's why everything used to look like a movie, and now it looks like fucking refrigerator light. Bullshit.
Now it looks like you're inside a CVS wherever you go.
Yeah. Walmart streetlight. Fuck. Gross. We used to be a society.
Yeah, it wasn't great back then for a lot of people.
I know. I miss, like, honestly, listen, you get this like visceral feeling of when you were a kid and it was picture day and you put on this shitty sweater, but the sweater was so fucking thick and well made and it washed good and it would last you your whole life. And now everything feels like bullshit.
Yeah.
Everything's bullshit.
What's up, weirdo? Joy, kindness, and everything is bullshit.
That'll be our new shirt. It'll just say the logo on the front, and on the back it'll say everything is bullshit. Like we'll have went from the kindest show to just the fucking most abysmal vibes.
And then laughing at our abysmal vibes. Evil laugh.
It's the only way to survive.
I watched my favorite made-for-TV horror movie.
What is it?
Trilogy of Terror with Karen Black, 1975.
Does it have a creature in it?
It has the little doll, man.
Yeah.
I watched it late at night, and I shouldn't have because it still fucks me up.
Do you think there's a creature in your house?
I don't think you can watch that and then not hear little feet running around in your house.
I always hear little feet in my house. It's called Toad. He is a Trilogy of Terror.
He is a Trilogy of Terror.
What else is in it? I can't remember it.
There's like a weird twin story, and then there's like a weird witch story. It's the 3 stories. But spoilers for Trilogy of Terror, which came out 85, 95, 5, 15.
Close your ears for this 50-year-old spoiler.
50-year-old spoiler. At the very end of that, little man attacking Karen Black. I don't know if you remember exactly how it ends, but she puts him in an oven, and then she goes to check on him, and like you hear this like spirit whoosh out of the oven, and then she's on the phone talking to her mom, and she turns to camera and she smiles, and she has the little doll's sharp pointed teeth.
Gross.
It's the most fucked up scary thing. I hate it so much.
I like it. Sounds like Thriller when he turns around and his eyes are fucked.
Oh yeah.
Scary Thriller laugh.
That used to be tops for a horror movie. That's how you ended a horror movie.
Just scary laughter.
Someone turned around and something was weird with their eye.
Perfect. Yep.
Or their teeth.
Loves it. I weirdly have been binging, because obviously you guys know secret, The Godfather. And I still wrestle with what my favorite movie is, Jaws or Godfather. I feel like it changes. I still feel like it's Jaws, but listen. Godfather 1 and 2 is like 1% lower. But so I've been binging all the Francis Ford Coppola movies. I obviously saw Bram Stoker's Dracula when it came out, but
So you watched Megapolis?
I did not yet, but I have to. I didn't get to it yet, but I rewatched Bram Stoker's Dracula, and this was in COVID haze, big time Rona haze, and I watched it twice in a row because I was just like spiraling.
I don't know if that's the movie you want to watch in a
I don't know. It felt
Rona
right.
haze.
I don't know what that means. But it felt right. It felt very cozy. And that movie is stunning. If you guys have never watched Bram Stoker's Dracula, especially if you liked Nosferatu, Bram Stoker's Dracula is better than Nosferatu. I will say that.
I think so for sure.
Right now.
Yeah, I think so.
It's the costumes are so fucking beautiful. It's so sexy. It's
the choices that are made for some of the effects are wild.
Yeah. The practical effects are nuts. It's so fucking good.
Like you watch like that. The part that always sticks in my head is, of course, like the train scene. Like watching there's a little. They actually used a miniature.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And it's like reflecting on the giant book in the
Yeah.
foreground. But the
Yeah.
part that always gets me is like when he stabs the cross, like, and then like the blood is pouring out.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
I love it. The costumes, the glasses, the fucking outfits. So I watched that twice. I watched The Conversation from 1974 with Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman, the conversation. Yeah, bug in the yeah, yeah.
I felt like that was a real Tenny coded movie because he had all those old like recorders and shit.
He has the recorders. He's got the hat. He's got the little coat.
Yes. But that movie was good. It was a little bit boring because they draw it out. It was like a slow burn, but then it ended kind of nuts.
Yeah.
That movie was good. And then I watched The Rainmaker 1997 with
Tom Cruise.
Nope.
Matthew McConaughey.
Nope.
Uh,
You're getting it. You are there. You just
I'm.
think all these people are the same person. It's Matt Damon.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I knew that you knew.
I knew it was
And they
in
were
there
all
somewhere.
blending together as the same person. Listen, Matt Damon and Danny DeVito. And listen, it's so fucking depressing, you guys, because it was made in 1997. It's a John Grisham book, but I don't know if it was based on a real story or if it was just a accumulation of probably a lot of true stories. But the point of the movie is like Matt Damon being an up and coming lawyer, and his big first case as like a very inexperienced lawyer is taking on a giant medical insurance company who is ripping everybody off and not paying out on any of the claims, and people are dying because of it, of curable things.
Oh yeah, see, I still now I remember. Okay, I was still thinking it was The Firm with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I knew you were. Yes. And it's funny too because all these movies have like the same artwork. So in your head they are the same movie, but they're not. And that's what I kind of thought too. I'm like, have I ever seen this movie? No, I haven't. But this was 28 years ago, and literally nothing has changed. People are still dying and trying to get their claims covered from big insurance companies who don't give a fuck about you. And I'm like,
So you're watching all these kind of older films, like what, just to catch up your film knowledge or something?
mm-hmm. Yeah. And like actors and directors that I like, who I feel like I should know more of their catalog than watching the same movie over and over again because
Right.
it's comfortable for me.
Right. What do you think of Casablanca?
Oh yeah, I didn't watch that yet.
Jesus Christ.
It's on the list, bro.
Do you want me to give you a DVD of it? Would that make it
Maybe.
easier?
No, I'm sure it's on somewhere. I just didn't get to it yet. I like doing things in like segments, like getting, I don't fucking know. But I love Matt Damon. I've never not loved a Matt Damon movie. He's one of my favorite actors, low key, and he was really good in this, and I love him.
Loved him in Dogma.
You know what's funny is that movie's like obsolete and it's not on streaming, and the DVD is worth a lot of money because it's nowhere.
Yep, there's a weird no Dogma.
But I did watch that movie a lot of times when it came out.
What about, did you ever watch The Martian with Matt Damon?
I have not watched it yet, and I haven't watched Interstellar.
You will love The Martian.
I know, I'll love both of them. I know, I just didn't get to it yet.
My recommend for you, if you haven't seen it though, I'm going to go
What?
black and white with you.
Oh God,
Have you ever seen Strangers on a Train by Alfred Hitchcock?
probably not.
You should watch it. You would love it. The premise is there's two guys meet on a train.
Yeah.
And one of the guys says to the other guy, I've planned a perfect murder. I'm going to tell you about it. Because they had been talking about the other guy's wife who he hates. He goes, what you got to do is you got to kill someone you don't know. So like, I hate my dad, you hate your wife. I would kill your wife, you'd kill my dad. And then we don't have a connection. So like, no one would ever know it's us.
That's actually really smart.
And the guy goes, that's actually really cool. Bye, I got to go. That's creepy though. You're a weirdo. And the guy leaves. And the other guy's like, oh, so he agreed that that's a good idea. So he kills the other guy's wife.
Without asking?
Yeah, he's like, we talked about it on the train. So now you got to kill my dad.
Oh, whoopsie.
He's like, and if you don't kill my dad, I'm just going to tell the police you killed your wife.
Oh,
It's great.
why don't they remake that movie?
It's such a because it's a Hitchcock movie and it's perfect and it doesn't need to be remade.
I want to watch that. It sounds so good.
It's so good. And
Dang.
it's it's Hitchcock, so it's up to the last second. You're like, fuck, come on. Like, he does it perfectly.
That's going to be my whole shit. Thanks for waiting 15 years to tell me about that.
Strangers on a Train.
Gonna watch it.
Available on Canopy.
Ooh, I love Canopy. We're on a personal crusade to get people to download Canopy.
Yep. You just to go back to your lamp and having to rebuy your lamp a few episodes back, and I posted it on Twitter. I talked about the Nirvana records that I threw away and a couple that I sold, and there's one of them for sale on eBay for $20,000.
That would make me like literally throw up.
I was very upset. There's a website devoted to keeping track of where those 1,000 records are and who owns them.
You have to have all the ones that are worth a lot. You need to go through everything.
I need to go through everything. I have a Soundgarden record that's worth $400 or $500.
Yeah, and how many times do you put that on? Just get rid of it.
Yeah, you're right.
I keep hearing lately, especially because I've been like thinking about whatever. Like I told y'all, I watched that Dying for Sex series and just existential shit. And like I read this quote recently where people said you spend the first 2/3 of your life accumulating things and the last third giving it all away or getting rid of it all. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, that is the truest thing I've ever heard. I'm already trying to get rid of shit that I have. And there's this weird part of your life too where you like feel like a caretaker to things. So when people are like, "Do you want this thing?" and in your head you're like, "I kind of do, but I don't need it." And then you take it and then your house is filled with bullshit that you don't fucking need.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I just feel like since I that quote resonated so much, I just need to get rid of everything.
You're like an oak tree.
What does that mean?
Oak trees, it takes 150 years for an oak tree to reach maturity,
Mm-hmm.
and then it takes 150 years for the oak tree to die. So for the first half of its life, it does nothing but gather water, air, size, and then it spends the next 50 years getting rid of all of it.
Yeah, I know. I really do though. I have a problem between, and it was like that Marie Kondo stuff that happened years ago or whatever. People were like organizing their houses and getting rid of stuff like that. And it legitimately works when you hold something up and say, "Does this thing bring me joy?" And if it doesn't, you're supposed to fucking get rid of it. And I think that would make like 60% of the shit in my house go away. And I just have to do it.
After my mom died, I went through the attic of my upstairs,
Mm-hmm.
and I just had boxes and boxes of like old papers and school reports and bills and like just tax stuff from 30 years ago. And I
Yeah,
was like, why is any of this still here?
I know.
Like I haven't opened this box for 20 years. There's
I
obviously
have
nothing in
packed
it that I need.
boxes in my attic from when I bought my house I've never opened.
Yeah.
Worst. I don't know what's wrong with us as we're like little squirrels and we
Well,
shove
yeah,
all
that's what it is. It's that
it.
squirrel that hit all the nuts in the lamp post and they open up
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bottom.
Why do I have all this? And to another thing, not that quote that I said, but also another thing that really drove it home and like made me like switch my brain was I think it was a TikTok recently. Oh, it was either a TikTok or a tweet. And it was like something they were asking, it was an American person asking people from other countries, what are some things that you think are weird that Americans do? What do you see as like just different? And you ask questions like, why the fuck did they do that? And somebody said, why do y'all have so much fucking stuff? Why do you need so much stuff? We have nothing in our we don't have this constant need for things. Like why do you have so many things? And you can't just have one thing. Why do you have 8 of the same fucking thing? Why do you have so many things? And in my head I was like, why do we have so many things? Like why and I do it too? Why do we why do like to go fucking water cups and coffee cups? Why do I have like 20? Why don't I have 2? What's wrong with Americans? Well, Americans are broken.
There's certain things I obviously have problems with holding on to and getting rid of.
Samesies.
But there are other things like when my dad comes over and he gets really mad that I only have 3 plates.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do I need more than 3 plates for?
I know I only have like 3 bowls. I don't even care. I know.
When I bought new glasses, drinking glasses at like a year and a half ago, I was like, do I need 9 or 6?
I know. We need like 2. I know. I know. I know. I know. But it's just like those outside like views from other countries. I'm like, y'all are so right. Like, what is wrong with like we see our value in our life, in our shit that we have, and that is like not it.
After my mom died, one of the things that we got rid of up north, she had she had like 35 decorative teapots.
Yeah, why are we like this? Right? And that's not, and I feel like that, and I'm not, that's normal to me. I feel like lots of people's grandmas or moms are like that. That shouldn't be normalized. That's not fucking normal.
It's so weird.
I know, we're
They're
broken.
not even usable as teapots.
I know. We're weird. Americans are weird. So anyway, you guys try and cut down on, especially now we're about to get blasted from other countries for buying things. So just
Listen,
and
everything's going to work out fine with those tariffs. Just give them a chance.
you know what? You know what? We have reached the end of buying new things. So you should just get used to the things you have and get used to trading and co-ops and buying stuff used and bartering and growing your own food. We just need to shift ourselves for a bit. But anyway. Just one last movie that I watched in my COVID haze that was fucking beautiful. There was this new movie, very small budget, very new filmmaker. The movie's called The World Will Tremble. It is a heavy movie. It's based during the Holocaust. It came out on March 14th. You can rent it on VOD. The star of it is Oliver Jackson Cohen, who was in The Haunting of Hill House and Bly Manor and The Invisible Man. So he's the main guy. But the movie is about, it's a which is crazy that we can still discover new stories that happened during like historic events. But the story is, it's a newly found untold story of how a group of prisoners kind of attempt to escape an early iteration of one of the first concentration camps and try and get word to the rest of the world about what's happening. Because at this point, there was like, they called them work camps, and they were having people get on trucks and be like, you're going to go here and work, and you're going to get food, and you're going to make an honest living, and then we'll bring you back. And that's not what the fuck was happening.
Right.
It was literally extermination. So the guys were like, we need to get word back. They're like, we're already fucked, basically, and our whole families are gone and everything's fucked. But somehow they found like the strength to be like, we need to be the ones to get word to the rest of the world and the rest of our people so that when these things come by, they don't get on. Basically, the message was like, here's what's happening. Don't get on the truck. Believe us. We've seen it. Don't get lied to. So they were like the first guys who tried to get the word out. And the movie is so fucking beautiful and well acted and well shot and perfect. And there's just like such parallels to stuff going on in the world right now that it's like a major gut punch. Obviously, it's not a very uplifting watch, but I thought it was stunning. And it has such a low budget and it's so small, and I don't know how anything works or how anything gets considered for awards season, but I really hope it gets some attention because it's stunning. I gave it a 10 out of 10. It was really great, and the story was really interesting. So yeah, it's called The World Will Tremble. You guys should watch it if you like historical.
If you like historical downer gut punches.
I know. I just think it just felt really important, and just the way it was done. The score was very beautiful. Everything about it was beautiful. The acting was so good. Like that main guy, like the pain in his eyes was so visceral. Like you were just like locked on that guy the whole time. It was just like everything about it was well done. And I don't see anybody talking about it.
If you want an 80s gut punch, war, unhappy movie that's really important to see, there's a film from 1985 called Come and See. It's a Russian film, and it's all about like a Belarusian boy who joins like with a little army unit, and what he sees as and how he changes like from the beginning to the end. And there's a really famous clip of his face because he's just dead-eyed like by the end of the film after the things and it was made in Russia. It's a Russian anti-war film. And the director had to fight the censorship board for like a decade to get permission to get it made. But it's an amazing film. It's beautiful. It's very heartbreaking.
Dang.
So there's our gut punch movies.
No, they can't all be silly horror movies. I do like historical movies. And honestly, it's crazy too because I like love a beautiful movie poster. And like when the artwork is so pretty, it like stops me. That's what did it, because I saw the movie poster on, I forget where, either on IMDb or Twitter, and it stopped me. And I'm like, that looks really good. And then I looked it up, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna watch that. And it
wasn't blue and orange with a bunch of Avengers on it.
No. It's like, I don't know, it's very pretty. But yeah, it was really good. I should watch it. But that's about it. That's all I got. That's all I've done. I've just been watching stuff and resting and buying lamps on eBay. That's it.
Because the light is good.
Even though I just said stop buying shit. But listen, I'm just trying to get the light that I loved and not get a different one.
We should all have the light that we love.
That's it.
And we should be the light that we love.
That's it. The wool pod, back of the shirt, everything is bullshit at the bottom.
Be the light you love.
Be the light. Just be the light, guys.
And next to light, in parentheses, it says IKEA.
Yeah. Sponsored by IKEA. It just has the logo.
Be the IKEA light you love.
Oh, that's it.
That's it. We ending on a high note, ending on a giggle.
We did it.
We did it.
All right, guys. Try to stop buying stuff. Go outside, look at a squirrel, talk to a deer.
Appreciate the robins of spring.
Yup.
There's a lot of fat robins in my neighborhood.
Tell your dog that you're gonna eat their tiny foot.
You're gonna eat that ham hock.
Won't eat that foot.
Eat that ham hock. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, bye, guys.
Okay, bye.
Okay, oh my god, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.